Ty Spiritual, and I'm back with another video, man. Simple. Now, I want to leave this world, okay? Now, I know YouTubers and people that speak can have a lot of influence, and people really cling to the things they say. They do, some people. So I don't want any people to misinterpret what I'm saying. I'm not encouraging anybody to commit suicide. I'm not encouraging anybody to run away from their homes either. When I say I want to leave this world, I mean this fake facade of a matrix that many have clung to that we call everyday life, especially in this country, the US. I want to leave that, okay? And to add a little more context to this video, here's a tweet that I posted about, not a year ago, but I say about 6 or 7 months ago. Could be a little shorter, could be a little longer. Here's a tweet. Now in that tweet, you guys saw my biggest life goal. That's my ultimate life goal, is to do that. Now, I realize being here, I'm not reaching my full potential here in this country. I'm not. Because I am here to wake people up. I'm here to change my environment. I am. But I can't, I'm not saying that I'm not doing that now, but I'm not doing it as well as I could if I was in a different environment, okay? People in this country are so lost. They're too far gone, too asleep. You can't help them. They won't take information. They won't. They continue to cling to the matrix ideals. They continue to cling to the oppressor ideals that has been instilled and handed and forced upon them. They continue to do these things. And here's the thing, many of them, it's no excuse for it. It's no excuse for it. They have the information, they have the resources, they simply refuse to put in the work, and that's their choice. They don't have to be spiritual. People don't have to be spiritual. That's what you got to understand. People don't have to be spiritual. There's no right or wrong way of living. There's just a living experience with a lesson, okay? But the thing is, many people are they've been caught up too long in that sleep way of living, to the point they have never even lived spiritually. They haven't. They've been asleep lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, not waking up, not waking up, not waking up. And the people in this country, majority of them, they're too far gone. They're too far gone. People wonder, when you become spiritually aware, you're raising your vibrational frequency, you're connected to nature, you're realizing who you are. You might want somebody to share these things with, experience this world with, and then you look around, what do you see? Sleep people. Sleep people, sleep people. You see, if you were looking for somebody that's just into the average things that people do in the matrix, you'll find somebody quickly. You'll find somebody fast. But when you're looking for somebody that's spiritual, somebody that can truly see, somebody can truly see, not with these two eyes, that can truly see, that's going to be difficult, and that's going to be hard. Because it's hard to find that. But that is because you are in an environment where even being spiritual, finding somebody that's spiritual, is rare. It's rare. But if you change that environment, if you go somewhere where people are naturally accustomed to living with nature, living with the land, appreciating nature, appreciating life, recognizing things as them, when you put yourself in that environment, finding people is easy. Finding people to connect with is easy. I understand we are here to change these low vibrational frequency places. I understand that. But I've realized that these places are not going to change. Many of them are not going to change. And I'm tired of being in these places. I'm tired of being in these places. I'm not dissing or speaking down upon anybody, but it really sucks knowing that for the most part, you can't speak as deeply as you want to speak according to the people you're around. Because most of them are not aspiring to be what you are aspiring to be. They're not working towards becoming what you are working towards becoming. They're not. So when you're around them and when you speak, everything is surface level for the most part. Again, this is not talking down upon nobody. This is not dissing anybody, but you can't speak as deep as you want to. You can't speak about how we connected to nature. You can't speak about chakras. You can't speak about spirituality that deep. You can't. Because they are not aspiring to be what you are aspiring to be. And that sucks. That sucks. I want to leave this world. This matrix, this facade of a world, I want to leave. And I'm going to leave. Like you guys seen in that post, my life goal is to live on a small island. I don't care where it's at. I would love for it to be Hawaii because that's a very spiritual place. That's actually one of the remains of ancient Lemuria. Ancient Lemuria, not Atlantis, ancient Lemuria, what came before Atlantis. That island is one of the few pieces that are still left from it because Lemuria got sunk, but that's a whole nother video. That island is very spiritual. I would love to be there. Have a small family. Form a small spiritual community. Teach people about spirituality and form something to the point where I'm gone. When I'm gone, I know for a fact that's still there. People are still going to come across spirituality because of what I developed, what I showed. Being able to living on an island, that intrigues me. That intrigues me. That's paradise to me. Because you see, where I live in this country, you can get around nature. You can. There's nature spots. There are. But there's very few nature that can compare to what you see on these islands, these waterfalls, deep out there in nature. You see real animals, animals that you normally see in a zoo, you see them out there in nature. You see that? Hold up, let me scoot over a little bit. I want to stay in the sun. You see those things. That's paradise for me. It is. And many people, when they became spiritual, they now have families. So it's very hard. When I say families, I mean they have children. It's very hard for them to make moves like this, but I don't have those things. I don't have those things. I don't have those attachments. You see, living off the grid is something that I could do. I could do it. I grew up tough. I grew up tough. There's plenty of times where I didn't have power. There's plenty of times where I didn't have Wi-Fi, where I didn't have phone service. There's plenty of times. I've been there. So going without those things, I became prepped to those things when I was a child. So I can do that. I made it through those things even when I wasn't spiritually aware, with no drugs, none of that. So living off the grid, that's something that I could do. That intrigues me. Or I see people doing it, RV living, off the grid communities. That intrigues me. It does. Getting back to our roots, living like that intrigues me. Living like this is not fulfilling to me. It's not fulfilling me. Don't get me wrong. Having Wi-Fi, living inside, I'm not saying it's a terrible thing. I'm not. Even having access to watch things like anime and be on social media, I'm not saying these are terrible things, but it's not fulfilling to me. It's not fulfilling me. And this is more of a video it's more of a video about me. I don't drop many videos like this, but this is more of a video about me. And if you guys can resonate, let me know below in the comments if you resonate with this. But living like this, it's not fulfilling. Going to a job, clocking in 9 to 5s at these corporations, that's not fulfilling to me. That's why I've been making money offline. That's why I'm fortunate enough to be able to make decent money off YouTube and support myself. Because I'm tired of the 9 to 5 system. I'm sick of that. That's why I left my last job at Walmart. I left that because I'm tired of that. I'm trying to branch off from that. I started this channel most importantly to help people awaken spiritually. And I had no idea that I would even be in a position to even make any type of money off this channel. I had no, I had no idea. But like I told you guys before, it's no secret. I want this channel to get big and to blow up, not only because so I can help more people, but also because so I can start supporting myself financially off of this. So I can make these moves, so I can do these things. YouTubers like Spiritual Soul, they have such big platforms. And I'm not saying what he should and what he shouldn't do with his money or his channel. That's him. I respect that, that's him. But if I had that position and I'm working towards getting a similar position to that, the things I would be doing, I would be traveling, I would be building communities, I would be doing these things because that's what fulfills me. That's fulfilling to me. I would love to, I love, and I'm going to do this, go camping, sleep in the nature, things like that. That's fulfilling to me. That's why I've been single for so long, because if somebody can't see, if they can't see, I can't see myself with you. Because you see, people have things all backwards and twisted now. Guys will literally go out here and bring forth life to this realm through a woman, but they won't be willing to marry that woman. That's backwards, you see, because that child that you just brought forth, that's for life. That's a lifetime commitment. A marriage is not a lifetime commitment. People say it's a lifetime commitment, but at the end of the day, a marriage can end by choice of those two individuals. That child, that's a lifetime commitment. If I can bring forth life to this realm through a woman, then I can marry that woman. When I'm speaking to a woman, I think in the very early stages, because many people think short-sighted. And I'm not saying people should think like me, and I'm not saying that. But many people think short-sighted. They think in the now. They do. I look at that woman. Do I see myself marrying this person? Do I see myself being with this person as long as I reside in this body? If that's a yes, let's go for it. If it's a no, I'm gonna move on from it. Man, the sun is running away. I'm going to move on from it because that's how I think. That's what I want to do. Those are the things I want to do. I want to get in nature with somebody. Live off the land with somebody. And the interesting thing is this. I've had people that say they've known me in a past life say I've lived lifestyles like that. I'm not saying I have, I'm not saying I haven't, because I don't believe anything. It's either I know or I don't know. Okay? If I have the experience where I remember that certain thing, recall that certain thing, then I'll know. But that's very ironic to me how they say I've lived a life like that. The leader of a tribe, I've been that. They say I've been that. And here I am wanting to establish something like that again on earth. That is my life goal. And I'm tired of being here, especially in this country. I'm tired of seeing people that have so much potential waste their damn potential. I'm tired of seeing people kill each other, hurt each other for no reason. I'm sick of this. I will never understand why so much violence on this planet. I will never get it. I will never understand it. It's so senseless. It's so senseless. My life goal, I'm going to achieve that. Unless I happen to leave this body accidentally, I'm going to achieve that. I am. Hold on, let's see if I can get a better angle at the sun. Yeah, I think that's better right there. Yeah, that's perfect. I'm going to achieve that. I am. And starting this year, I'm already going to start saving for that. Because moving someplace like Hawaii, it's not that expensive. It's not. Of course, you got to have things mapped out. You do. But I'm going to achieve that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to leave. I have to leave this stuff behind. Like Spiritual Pharaoh said, and I've told you guys, you cannot allow your environment to bring you down. And don't mistake this. My environment is not bringing me down. It's just that I see myself being able to do more in a different environment. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Put me in nature and I'll thrive. Put me in off the grid living, I'll thrive. I promise you. I thrive. And the thing is, I talk about finding somebody that can see, put me in a place where that's the primary way of living, and finding somebody like that, it's easy. It's easy. Because they will see, hey, this is a guy right here. He's really about this. He really lives that way. He's from the United States. He really lives that way. He's really spiritual. I will leave all this stuff behind. All this materialistic stuff behind. All this way of living that we live now, this advance, all this technology, I'll leave all that behind to live how I want to live. To live that way. Now, I'm not saying living on an island, I have to completely go off grid to do that. No, I'm not saying that. That's just the option. I'll be content being, at least just being on an island, you know, still have some type of power, some type of way to make videos and post for you guys. Because some people do that. They live off the grid, but they still post videos to make money. They post, or they have other things. They'll do tarot readings or things like aura readings and things like that to make money. They'll do things like that. Some people RV, some people live in an RV. I would do that too. I would do that too. You know, you guys know how I got an anime room? I would take all the posters out of my room when I move and put them in my RV. Anime RV. RV living. Those videos are very popular on YouTube too. Very popular. The only thing you have to worry about, you know, is paying your insurance and your tag information. But other than that, you're off the grid. That's how I want to live. I want to live in nature. I want to be in nature. I want my primary source of resources to come directly from nature. I'm not saying I have all the survival skills in the world, but those are things that I will learn because I have that commitment, and I will establish a community that sets up people for success spiritually. So these kids can grow up and they'll have somewhere, some place that they can come, because they'll start to realize these things when they're growing up, but they can't talk about them to their parents. They'll have somewhere they can go and learn. And then the parents will have somewhere they can go and learn. Okay? That's my life goal. So I want to leave this world because I'm tired of this world. I'm sick of this world. This facade of a matrix, this American dream. I heard somebody say they call it the American dream because you have to be asleep to believe it. And I said, wow, that is very damn true. That's very true. My ancestors lived how I want to live. They did it. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. If you guys only knew half the things I've been through growing up, if you only knew half the things I've been through growing up, you'll say, man, you've already been there. You've already been there. That's why I'm thankful for growing up in those tough situations, because it prepped me to become what I am now. It did. Okay? So that's why I know I'm very aware that YouTube offers a position for me to reach a position that'll make it easier for me to manifest and create the life that I want. That's why I want this to work. That's one of the reasons I want this to work. Okay? That's one of the reasons. I want to wake people up. I want this channel to get big enough so I can support myself and so I can help support other people and help create other spiritual YouTubers, discover people. That's what I want. But I feel like as long as I'm in this country, what I can do is limited. It's limited. Like imagine you wake up, you're on an island. You go outside, you see nature, you see volcanoes, you see mountains, you hear wildlife, you see waterfalls, you can go out there and meditate. Imagine how easy it'll be for you to tap in like that. There's none of this industrial stuff right here. There's none of this. I'm not saying there's no type of cities at all on these islands, but there's not the way we see here. Okay? Oh, let me move around. Gotta follow the sun. It'll be easier. Especially places like Hawaii, you go on the beach, you meditate at night. You camp like it's nothing. That's what I want to do. That's the life I want to live, the same way those people, those beings were living on Avatar. The Na'vi, That's how I want to live. I would love that. That's why it's painful for me to see Avatar. It hurts. It hurts. I love it, and it hurts. Because it's like, and people talking about Avatar depression. You see these things, you wonder, if I could just live like that. Living like that looks so nice. They're so free. They're so free. Look at them. They're so free. They're so connected. They're so connected. They're in different clans, but they're so connected. When Jake Sully showed up on Taruk Makto and he asked those other clans for help, there wasn't no rebuttaling. There wasn't no back and forth. They went because they knew. They knew what he was. They knew what Taruk represented. They knew that was a symbol from this planet, from their great mother that they call Awa. They knew because they was tapped in that much, and we could be living the same way here. The same way here. These elite created this matrix, but that does not mean we have to follow the rules of this matrix forever. Now, I'm not telling people to go out there and break the law. I'm not saying that. But we can branch off from this and create our own communities, and that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. I can't live here in this country forever. I can't. I cannot. I cannot. For many people, this is their last lifetime on this planet. And I say do everything you can in this last lifetime. Okay? So anyways, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If this information resonated with you, if my life goal resonated with you, let me know below in the comments below. And if you thought about something similar to this, let me know in the comments below. That's what I want to do. That's just what I want to do. Even if it's living somewhere off, it ain't even gotta be Hawaii. It can be an island that's closer to the United States, or it can be an island that's farther away. I mean, if I went to Hawaii, Hawaii is still a state of this country, so it's not like I'm going to a different country. I'm just going to a different state. But that's what I'm going to do, and I'm already in the process of saving up for this. Okay, and if I can find somebody that share these ideas, we put what we got together, and we're gonna go. But I plan on having this channel for a long time. So when the day comes where I make that move and you guys are still around, you remember, hey, he's making that move. Remember this video right here. Remember this video right here when I said it was going to happen. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. Because that's what I resonate with. I don't resonate with this matrix. I don't resonate with this facade of a way of living. I don't resonate with this. I don't at all. I don't. People that are around me know that. People that are around me know that. Whenever I'm in nature, they know that. Whenever they see me, they know that. They can see that. They can feel that. People around me see me sitting next to trees. They see me sitting they see me sitting in the grass. My bad, Siri keeps popping up. They see these things. Oh my God. Okay, I turned that off. They see these things because that's what resonates with me. And I talked to Spiritual Pharaoh and I asked him. I said, do you think I should move, or do you think I should stay here where my life force chose to incarnate? And he said, move. Hold on, let me put my phone in do not disturb. Cut that off. And he said, move. Because the thing is, most people here aren't going to listen. They aren't going to listen. They aren't going to wake up. And that's what I'm going to do. Not just because he not just because he said I should, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to achieve that. I'm going to. Now, it's no guarantee I'm going to find somebody and create a small family. That part is not guaranteed. It's not. Even though I think it's a great chance if I put myself in that environment, I'm pretty sure the women that are in that environment will see how I'm living, and they'll see what I am, because I know what I am within here. And what I am within here is very rare. What I am within here is cosmic royalty. And that's not ego. That's not ego. That's not. But what I am spiritually, it's hard to find. It's hard to find. Okay? So anyways, thank you guys all for watching this video and listening to this rant. This is probably the most personal video I've ever made and posted on this channel. And if it resonated with you, the like button. If it didn't, hit the dislike button, even though I can't tell how many dislikes it is. I just want to live that life, that spiritual life, that life in nature, that life in the rainforest, how the Na'vi were living, how they were drinking water from the leaves. I want to live that. I want to live that. Watching Avatar is so painful for me. It's so painful to me, man. The way they live, how connected they are to their great mother, Awa. That's how we can be. That's how we can be. It's not an easy lifestyle to live. Don't get it confused. It's not an easy lifestyle to live. It's not. But it's one that I would be willing to make it work to the best of my ability. And if I can't live 100% like that, 50%, 70%, better than zero. Okay? Anyways, thank you guys all for watching this video. Remember, we are all spiritual beings having a human experience. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video and enjoyed my rant. I'm making sure I got everything out because I want you guys to understand that that's what my life goal is. That's what Todd Spiritual wants to do. And to reiterate that, live on an island, have a small family, live in nature, and develop a spiritual community and something that the youth can look forward to being here even after I'm gone. Even after I'm gone. And even after the ascension is over, those that don't ascend, at least they have a small chance of coming across that right there. And that right there will still greatly help them. Okay? Because again, like I spoke of before, Sheer the Dark will appear to extinguish the remains of humanity. But that's not going to be for a long time. That's going to be right before the 84th Big Bang. But if what I develop here can help those people live better even after I'm gone, I'm willing to do that. Because I'm going to leave information behind in that, ancient information that is very, very deep. I'm going to leave that behind. You know the Sumerians and the Egyptians left things behind, the hieroglyphs, so people can find years and years and years down the road. That's what I want to do. I want to leave those things behind and how to understand it and pass it on to this person. Then this person pass it on, or pass it on to multiple people just in case something happens to this one person and they pass it on. They pass it on. These stories, these legends, things that I can recall, things that are in here. I want to leave those things behind. That's what I want to do, and that's what I'm going to do, and that's what I'm going to manifest, and that's the reality that I'm going to create for myself. Okay? Anyways, thank you guys all for watching. Make sure you guys all get out in nature. Make sure you guys ground. It'll raise your vibrational frequency. And again, if you haven't watched Avatar, you need to watch Avatar. And Avatar 2 is going to change this world. It's going to help change this world. Remember, we are all spiritual beings having a human experience. If you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button to share this video. Ty Spiritual signing out, bro. Until we meet again. And like the Na'vi say in Avatar, I see you. Simple.